Hey guys, welcome back.
Hey guys,
What's going on?
how's it going?
Hey.
Ready for a fight?
Oh. Oh my god, I didn't even
I know.
I didn't even know.
Sarah puts us on when she wants a little relief, just a little fighting relief. So we just filmed another Christen and Tobin video, and it's been a monumental week in the Christen Tobin Preath fandom.
You know,
for the longest time, they never did interviews together. They even for re-ink, it's always been separate. A lot of times when the reset the table things are happening, it's kind of separate. They don't really do interviews together. This week has been monumental because they have done some interviews together.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we talked on the last video, but they are part of a project called the Stacys Rise project, which is a project called Stacys Rise, and it awards 15 female entrepreneurs $10,000 each, as well as advertising services and executive mentorship from the successful women, including Tobin and Christen. So
that's very nice.
So they are part of this project, and the reason they're part of this project is because they have their own business. They're female people, leaders in their own business. And we'll look at some of these pictures for the Stacys Rise project. They're with their Stacys chips.
I love the tie-dye shirt.
Yeah, that's so cute. So there they are. And then they are eating their Stacys chips right there.
Yeah, I saw those.
And there's
that one.
And this one. I mean,
the couch.
That's wifey's at home.
Yeah, I mean, they're on a couch together, so
eating chips.
why not just do the interview together?
Do the interview together. The last video that we did, we talked about this is going to be an audio interview that we're going to listen to. They did a in-person interview. So we did the interview last, and we're not going to talk too much about the interview because that interview will be up, but that we reacted to. But they did a video interview. But it was pretty obvious that they were both on green screens and they weren't together. But the speculation is that they live together, but B, they're together. But they wanted to make it seem as separate as possible.
Okay. I'll go with it.
They're making it kind of seem like they are not together, but the speculation together. And we just talked about this in the last video, that they are not specifically saying that they're a couple or together or living together. They're making it pretty obviously that is not the tone of their relationship, I think.
That's not part of their brand.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, those words came out of me.
Sorry, and in the last,
really cool.
Yeah, in the last bit, we've kind of thought, well, maybe they're saying it, because they don't want it to interfere with the soccer team. They don't want to interfere with whatever.
With their company.
Whatever. But this has
a personal brand, if you will,
shown me that they have no intentions of making themselves a relationship. Because I think once they come out as a relationship, we talked about this in another video, the questions could be there. If they had a big crash moment, the question could be there. If they're not a couple, you can't ask questions like that. It's none of your, that's not what they've talked about. Until they actually say we're an official couple, they can always say, hey, we're going to do this interview, but you cannot ask me about questions like that. They could do that.
True.
But they don't even want to go there.
Is what you're speculating.
Yes, what I'm speculating. That's what I think. So, which I think is interesting, I still like. I like the speculation because it's,
keeps you on your toes.
Keeps you on your toes, exactly.
Tap dancing.
It does. It really does keep you on your toes. And I think that it's definitely there, right? And it doesn't bother me at all. I think and what they're doing with their company is amazing. So what we're gonna do? They did an interview called "That's What She Said" with Sarah Spain. Good name. Sarah.
So if I was from Spain, would I be Sarah Spain?
We have some Spanish people watch her.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Also, is that a real name? Sarah
I know, it's probably like a fakey name. So
that's kind of cool.
They did an interview. This is going to be an audio interview, but I will tell you this: I listened to the whole interview. I was going to take clips from the whole interview, but we're not doing that.
Why not?
There's a rapid fire at the very end of the.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna listen to the rapid fire because I thought some of the answers were so interesting. The most of the interview, I will link it down below.
Oh, I thought it was a bug.
It
was just this.
Most of the interview, I will link it down below, but they mostly talk about re-ink. They talk a little bit about the Stacys project, about what owning a business means to them, or the struggles they have had in business owner. They've actually made a comment about, and I will link it down below, how they weren't gonna come into the business thinking, I know everything, listen to me, this is the way it's gonna be. Because Christen made a point, a lot of the people who were working for them or with them had you know, a lot of these soccer players have never really had jobs, like like 9-to-5ers, you know.
Good point. So they don't really know.
Yeah.
Unless they went to business school.
Even then, that's
something.
not practical learning. That's,
right,
you know,
right.
book
You
studies.
just know what books tell you.
Yeah.
You're not in the environment.
So Kristen said, you know, I wasn't going to go in there with this, you know, chest out saying, look, me. You know, it was more like, I want to hear what people have to say because we're going in there kind of like learning.
Novices.
And even the interviewer said, if it was a guy, probably wouldn't do that. Yeah. If it was a guy, oh, look at me. I know.
I just fell off the couch.
So I loved hearing about that. She goes, in a lot of ways, they want to redefine even how to run a business. You know, there's no right, wrong. And
really out here redefining everything.
Exactly.
Redefining quarantine.
That's exactly the way they were talking about. They're redefining everything, you know, and
that makes me want tacos.
Why? Oh, Sarah, focus.
Sorry, food.
I know.
I ate like hours ago.
So we're gonna listen to the quick fire. I thought some of the answers were very interesting.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of talk about what we think too.
Way back up. Before I let you go, you guys have to do the one thing that everybody does and nobody expects.
And let's make a kind of Spanish Inquisition.
Okay, that's what they're calling it, the quick fire.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
It's the Spanish Inquisition with Tobin, Heath, and Kristen Press. Number 1, Kristen, what's your desert island album? You can only have one.
Okay.
Songs in A minor.
Love it. Tobin?
I don't know.
No judgment. What's the first thing that came to your mind?
Honestly, Bob Marley.
All right, perfect. I've been listening to a lot of Bob Marley lately. I've been needing some calming, relaxation vibes. Number 2, Kristen, what habit or quality do you think has contributed most to your success?
My sense of humor.
Tobin?
I'm actually joking. I have no sense of humor. Focus. I'm very focused.
Now she has a sense of humor.
Tobin?
That was funny.
Competitiveness.
Competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Kristen, what would you consider your biggest failure?
I think the only things that I consider failures at this point are like relationships that I still need to mend.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Tobin?
very telling.
The first thing that popped up into my mind was I really wanted to win 4 national championships, and I only won 3.
Oh,
That is a great failure to have.
Yeah.
There's that humility that you guys talked about really coming through. Kristen, number 4, have you ever been in a fist fight?
No. I have very small hands.
Tobin?
that does not surprise me.
Wanted to, yes, but no.
Wanted to, yeah, well, haven't we all?
Yeah.
Number 5, Kristen, if you could switch lives with anyone for a day, who would it be?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
And but I just need to know for what goal.
These are supposed
Whatever you want.
Whatever she
Yeah,
wants.
whatever. I mean, a lot of people say Beyonce, get a lot of Michelle Obamas, get some Barack.
Yeah, I was gonna say Barack, but then I was like, but what's he doing right now? Like, I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to like waste my switch.
You can just, jet skiing with Branson again. Who knows? Yeah.
So maybe Brock.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good right now, actually. Tobin?
Honestly, I would never want to switch with anyone.
For one day.
For school.
What? For one day?
For
Okay.
one.
I would want to
for one
switch
day.
with one of our co-founders. Her name's Jenny Wang. And I would love to go into her mind for just an hour.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. She will be very intrigued by that answer, and she will wonder why you want to get inside her brain.
I think she'll know.
Tobin, number 6, what's the most embarrassed you've ever been?
I'm not a very embarrassed person.
Well, congratulations. Some of us are.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Oh, I can't believe nothing from your adolescence
Not
just
relatable.
immediately sprung to mind that you have not forgotten.
Oh, one for me did.
Okay,
I, in 3rd grade, was asked by my teacher to clean up after some of my classmates, and I refused, and I like ran away, and then I got what was equivalent. It was called a yellow card, which is basically like you got suspended for a day. And I was humiliated because I was very much a goody two shoes and like straight A student, and that was the pits for me.
My mom's answers.
It's not bad for
innocent
most
these girls
embarrassed. It's not bad.
Right?
Tobin's never been embarrassed, so this is a goal now for everyone who knows her, is to
Embarrass
find
her.
a way to embarrass her.
Right.
Number 7, Tobin, what's the thing about yourself you'd most like to improve?
Compassion.
Okay.
I thought that was very interesting.
Kristen?
Patience.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yes.
Number 8, Tobin, if you could be commissioner of life for one day, what one rule would you enforce that everyone would have to abide by?
Probably just kindness.
Kindness.
It's a good one. That's a very common answer these days, unfortunately. I think it's top of mind for everyone. How about you, Kristen?
Yeah.
Maybe each day having to just pause for a little bit of time and just like sit with yourself. But honestly, I need someone to enforce that so that I do it every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tobin, number 9, what's the most scared you've ever been?
The most scared I've ever been. Well, when I was in college, I was in a pretty scary car accident. That was probably the closest I've personally come to death, so I guess that would count. But I was like kind of eerily chill during it, so.
Yeah.
But that's probably my response for most things.
Yeah. Being eerily chill. What about you, Kristen?
I'm chilled.
I know.
Yeah, I honestly have never gone through anything really scary, so I was just like reflecting on what that means for my life. But
Yeah, lucky.
then it came to mind that I was on a terrifying plane once through a storm from the Philippines. That was very scary.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, last one. Number 10, Tobin, what 3 words would you most hope that people would use to describe you?
Nice, kind, and fun.
Okay. Kristen?
Joyous,
Funny.
grounded,
Yeah.
and
Grounded.
compassionate.
Ooh, those are good.
Compassionate.
Those are good. Well, it was
That's something
fantastic
someone
to
has to
talk
work
to you,
on.
ladies. Good luck with Stacys Rise, and can't wait to see you back out on the field sometime. Good luck with the re-ink, and thanks for taking some time to talk to me.
Thank you. Appreciate
Okay, so I thought some of
That was
those answers
good.
were so interesting. Like I said, that was just the very end of the interview, but some of those answers were so interesting. So
what I thought was most interesting,
Yeah.
or what I thought was interesting was that they're not human.
I know,
The fact that I know they probably do have embarrassing, like,
but to be thought of it
stories.
on the spot, like you just can't.
Right. But if someone asked me that, I've got my story set up. It's
Right.
so embarrassing. I cannot even retell it.
Right.
And also, what's the most scared that they've ever
Yeah.
been?
Yeah.
I mean,
like-
good for them that they.
I mean, a lot of scary.
that they
instances.
haven't had too many scary things happen to them or whatever. Because I know not everybody has that same experience. But what's the truth behind that?
Maybe they block it out.
No.
No,
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting.
that Tobin never gets embarrassed ever.
She seems like someone who wouldn't get embarrassed. though.
Right. I wonder what's the
Like my friend who looks like her, she never gets embarrassed.
Yeah. But with those
And
kind of
they're chill.
people, there's always one type of thing that can embarrass you. Like there's always one type. There's like,
Or one thing that like sets you off.
yeah, in everything you're fine, but if you do that one thing, it sets you off or embarrasses you. Because the thing about being embarrassed, I love how Kristen goes back to think when she was naughty. That was so embarrassing to her. The idea of kind of
She's just so innocent like that. I'm not that innocent.
No, yeah. So I think because Kristen actually said something. She said something so interesting. Something about what does she? I forget the way she talked about it. I forget the way the question was framed. But Kristen said she has relationships she still needs to mend. And I thought that was so interesting because I'm not gonna. There's no tea here, but people have talked about how people on the team are good friends,
Yeah.
and then they're not good friends, and we don't know the ins and outs of that. It's none of our business, but it could be
who dirty.
Yeah, it could be something about even. It could be personal, but it could be
personal, like with friends or something.
But it could be anyone. It could be anything, and for her to be that self-aware to say, I have there's relationships
Yes,
I need to
spill
mend.
the tea.
Yeah.
Toast the deets. JK.
Because I think people who watch
Write a song about it.
Oh, right. I think when you watch professional athletes, too, you always kind of speculate who gets along, who doesn't get along. Are they friends? Are they not friends? They went to college together, but they don't seem to be friends anymore. Things like that. You know what I mean?
Don't really think that.
You don't, but I think a lot of other people do. I do.
And that's the problem with society pitting women against women.
It's men against men in that regard,
But
too.
women can get along just fine.
'Cause remember
and
the-
run a company successfully.
That's true. Remember the whole Derek Jeter, A-Rod thing? I mean, they were best friends, and then they ended up hating each other. So
Yeah, because they're aggressive.
and people would always bring it up, and so
Is it over J-Lo or something?
No, God, no.
JK.
If I over shortstop, but I thought mending relationships. I think that was the most interesting. The other thing I understand.
That's a good answer.
So, Tobin doesn't want to switch lives with anyone other than the co-founder, but she's so cool. Like some would say,
She wants to switch lives with herself.
I know, right? Some would say too cool for school.
Yeah.
Some would say too cool for school.
I'm not even that too cool for school, and I sometimes think I'm too cool for school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So now, who would you want to switch lives for?
I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't know. I don't want to switch lives with maybe someone who could teach me something when I went back to my normal life or something. I mean, I want to switch with Beyonce because she sings amazing. You know what I mean? But
I want to switch with Tessa Thompson so I can be with Janelle Monáe. Or Janelle Monáe to be Janelle Monáe.
that's an interesting answer too. So something like that to get with someone. Okay, I
Yes,
like that answer.
some celebrity.
All right. So, have they ever gotten a fight? Obviously,
Fist fight.
Fist fight.
Physical fight.
did not surprise me at all that.
Could you imagine
Kristen saying-
in a fight?
No. She's too. I don't want to say
too
innocent.
nice and-
She's too. That's not her vibe. You know what I
No.
mean? She's too much.
Her
of a-
hands were too little. She's right.
But Tobin, we know Tobin gets fiery on the field. We've seen it. We've reacted to it. And she goes, I wanted to. But we talked about that in the last video. They are trained. Just don't start punching people because that is very bad. So I think the most interesting part of that interview for me, and one of the answers that they gave was, what is something you want to work on?
Was it the compassion?
And Tobin said compassion. I thought
So
that
she's not compassionate.
Yes.
Just kidding.
I think she said she wanted to work on becoming more compassionate. And to Kirsten said that she wants to be remembered as being compassionate. So Tobin says she wants to work on the compassionate. Because when we think about Tobin, yes, when we think about Tobin, I think we think nice, caring, not judging. I always think of Tobin, she doesn't seem like someone who would just go judge people. But for her to say, I want to work on being compassionate, makes me think, just because you're not judgmental or you're nice and kind, that doesn't mean you're not compassionate. And I think that's an interesting way to look at it too. Because Sarah's really nice and everything, but I actually think that's something, empathy sometimes. I let things really get to Sometimes I let things really get to me. I'll start crying about things that don't even involve me.
And I poke her and I go, why are you crying?
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
Yeah.
I'm a robot.
And Sarah goes, what are you doing? Or like, I joke with Sarah,
JK.
she's cried about some things from her book, but not real life things that really happened to her. And I go,
Books and movies, they get me sad. What can I say?
and so I'm like, I don't know if that's a compassion thing or like a sympathy thing, but for
Robot?
robot.
Alien?
But for Tobin to say she wants to work on compassion, when I would already look at her, even though I don't know her, but that's the vibe she gives off as like a very compassionate person.
I think Kristen compassionate. Tobin, not so much.
No, but during BLM, Black Lives Matter, there was a report that Tobin was Venmoing people $1,000. Like, she was like, just let me help you out. I want to help you out.
That's her being
Compassionate,
I guess.
Maybe she just wants to be the ultimate compassionate person. Because, you're right. I think of Kristen as being
She's compassionate, but she wants to be more compassionate.
Yeah. But I thought that was so interesting. And Kristen said she needs to work on patience.
Are you pointing at you or me?
This one needs to work on
Okay,
patience.
what do you need to work on?
I need to be more organized.
She's perfect.
No, God, I need to be more organized. But no scary things. Tobin was in a car crash and she was eerily chill about it.
That's what saves you though. Like they
your body
say-
doesn't tense up. Yeah.
I can tell you what's the scariest thing that happened to me.
Okay.
Okay, this is not actually the scariest thing. This is one of the scariest things. Oh, actually, there's a couple.
Okay.
I have a whole long list. I'm scared of everything. No, but okay. One time, me and one of my friends, we took a plane we took a plane to New Jersey, Atlantic City, to go see Demi live in concert, right? And my mom didn't know about it. I was naughty.
She was in high school.
That was pretty terrible. But and then so we were in New England. We went to Salem because we were already in New Jersey. So we went to Salem, and then I don't even remember how we got there or why we were there. But we were taking some sort of train. Or
that's crazy to think of now that you did that.
I know. I wouldn't. I would be so scared to do it now. It was like this, like weird, like Harry Potter weird train thing. I don't even know. It was like, there was a whole bunch of people, like just a big group of people, and I was terrified because people were like acting crazy and.
Oh, that was the scariest. Just being by yourself so far away from home.
Yeah,
in high school.
I can't describe it, but it was just so scary because I thought we were gonna die because I don't know. You had to be there, like just the vibes. Everything was really creepy and weird, and it was pitch black. It was like really dark out. We were waiting for a train, and I'm like,
scared.
And then people were like pushing each other, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be like a mob or something. It was really weird. And then we got on the train, and then because there was like drunk people there too, and like it was just a weird group of people. And it was just really weird. And I was like, with my friend, I'm like, oh my god, we need to get out of here. And then it's like we're walking in the group, and like you see like 20 different characters of people. Like you see someone drunk, someone high, someone yelling.
A movie.
I know, it really was a movie. And it's like you just see all these people, and you're a young kid. You're like in high school, and you're like, what's happening? It was too much to take in.
You're scared. Yeah, that's scary.
I thought we were gonna die.
When you're young like that.
But then we were fine.
Sarah and I would not do that now. No. In a million years. But I'm glad you got through that. And the fact that you could die there and your mother would have no idea.
I know. That was that. I thought that like on the way back, I'm like, okay, that's actually the scariest thing.
Yeah.
But I'm here alive, thank God.
I don't have an answer, so we'll have to
what did we go through this? Oh, the tornado in Target.
Oh yeah, so we were at Target and there was a tornado. We live in the Midwest, and a tornado.
The foam cloud was outside, and people were like, I got a picture of it.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it was. And Sarah had like a mini freak out. I didn't know that she was. I was like, Sarah.
I was trying to keep it cool, but I'm terrified of tornadoes.
And we lived in an apartment with like big glass windows. So I'm like, okay, it's safer to actually be at the Target than it is to our own apartment.
Yeah.
And so I was completely fine. I was like, this is actually the place I'd rather be, is this Target, because they had this go in the back. So Sarah, because Sarah wanted to leave where the funnel cloud was outside. I'm like, no, Sarah.
Well, I don't want to die when I'm with these strangers or whatever.
And I was like, Sarah, no, we're fine. And then we went to the back, and I didn't realize Sarah was like really upset, like crying, like really scared. And I
had one tear. Don't tell anybody though.
And it was scary. I wasn't scared because I knew it was actually safer to be at the Target than to be at our apartment. But Sarah was just scared because she hates tornadoes to begin with. But we're never moving back to the Midwest because of tornadoes. I will tell you that.
I hate any natural disaster.
I know.
It's like that ish can wipe you out in a minute.
I know. What about you guys? So what was your guys' takeaway? Anything you want to share? Who do you want to switch places with? You know, your scariest moment. What did you think about Tobin wanting to have more compassion?
I'm switching places with Carly's husband.
Oh,
Carly
she actually really wants to. Questions, comments down below.
She's really like.
Oh, I know. Right. The rumors are true.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye.
That's right.
We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.